According to the law of conservation of momentum, the sum of momentum of the two objects before the collision is equal to the sum of momentum after the collision, provided no external unbalanced force acting on them. Let us understand this. There are two balls of masses m1 and m2, and they are moving in a straight line with velocities ua and ub, and ua is greater than ub and no external force is acted on them. Okay, since ua is greater than ub, after some time they will collide. The momentum is mass time velocity, so the momentum initially is ma ua for ball 1. For ball 2, the momentum is mb and ub. Suppose they collide for a time duration of t seconds. Okay. Then after the collision, their velocity changes to va and vb. Now, the force exerted by the ball 1, which is Fa, is equal to the rate of change of momentum, which is equal to m1 in multiply change in velocity, which is va minus ua divided by the time duration. This is the force exerted by the first ball. Now the force exerted by the second ball is equal to the mass of the second ball and the change in velocity, which is vb minus ub divided by the time duration. Now according to the third law of motion, the force exerted by the ball first is equal in magnitude by the force exerted by the ball second, but in opposite direction. Therefore, m1 va minus ua by t is equal to m2 vb minus ub by t. Now solve this equation. This will be cancelled. m1 va, this is in opposite direction, so it will be a negative sign. m1 ua equal to minus m2 vb plus m2 ub. Solve it, you get m1 ua plus m2 ub is equal to m1 va plus m2 vb. Thus proved that the total momentum before the collision, which is this, is equal to the total momentum after the collision. This is the law of conservation of momentum. Now let's solve a problem related to it. Two objects of masses 100 gram and 200 gram are moving along the same line and direction with velocities 2 meter per second and 1 meter per second respectively. They collide after the collision, the first object moved at a velocity of 1.67 meter per second. Determine the velocity of second object. Solution. According to the law of conservation of momentum, the momentum before the collision, total momentum before the collision is equal to the total momentum after the collision. So the mass of the first ball is 100 gram. Momentum of the first ball is equal to 100 gram and the velocity is 2 meter per second plus the momentum of the second ball, which is 200 gram multiplied by 1 meter per second is equal to the total momentum after the collision, which is equal to the first object move at a velocity of this after the collision. So 100 gram multiply 1.67 meter per second plus 200 multiply VB. We have to determine the velocity of the second object. So 100 multiply 2, which is equal to 200, plus 200 equal to 100 multiplied by 1.67, which is equal to 167 plus 200 VB. So it is 400 minus 167 divided by 200 is equal to VB, which is equal to 1.165 meter per second. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks for watching.